Honorable Prime Minister Jeremiah Manele, Minister of Provincial Government, Honorable Wayne Gemu, Leader of Opposition, Honorable Matthew Wale, Honorable Ministers of the Crown, Honorable Members of Parliament, our Guadalcanal Members of Parliament, Your Excellencies, Members of the Diplomatic Corps, Development Partners, Members of Guadalcanal Provincial Assembly, our senior citizens and prominent leaders of Guadalcanal, church leaders, community leaders, women leaders and representatives, youth leaders and representatives, my good people of Guadalcanal Province, ladies and gentlemen. Greetings to you all from the people of Guadalcanal Province. On behalf of the Guadalcanal Provincial Government and the people of Guadalcanal, I am deeply humbled this morning to address you today through the Solomon Islands Broadcasting Corporation, SIBC, to mark this important occasion, our 41st second appointed day. This is the first time a full speech is being broadcast via SIBC. And I thank SIBC for helping us reach everyone in Guadalcanal and beyond. Just last month, we celebrated our 47th Independence Day on July 7th. I trust that it was a meaningful and a joyful celebration for all the Solomon Islanders, both at home and abroad. Today, as we commemorate our second appointed day, I extend warm greetings to you, our people, across the 21 wards and 8 constituencies of Guadalcanal. This marks my second celebration as the Premier, following last year's 40th anniversary at DC Park in the Malang ward. The second appointed day, August 1, signifies when the national government officially devolved certain legislative powers to Guadalcanal Province in 1984, allowing us to make bylaws and ordinances in matters outlined in Schedule 3 of the Provincial Government Act 1997. It follows the first appointed day, July 7, 1978, when Solomon Islands gained independence. This day is an important moment of reflection on our past, our present, and the said future we are striving toward. It is a day to celebrate our identity, acknowledge our challenges, and recommit to our shared vision for a more resilient and inclusive Guadalcanal. The theme and the vision for this year is resilient communities, sustainable futures, driving rural development and inclusive economic growth in Guadalcanal. This theme reflects our firm determination to place our rural communities where the majority of our people live at the center of sustainable development. It affirms that inclusive economic growth rooted in resilience and equity is the path toward for our province. Guadalcanal Province has come through many challenges, and to put it into perspective, Guadalcanal has been shaped by both natural and human-induced events. The devastation of the World War II, the migration of plantation labor under Leber's Pacific Plantation in the 1950s, urban growth, and informal settlements via temporary occupancy licenses, or what they call TOL. The ethnic tension from 1998 to 2003, the April floods of 2014, Cyclone Harold in 2020, the roots or the riots of 2019 and 2021, and most recently, COVID-19 pandemic. Today, we face newer challenges: the depletion of our primary forests from logging, the rise of mining, the looming threats of climate change, and rapid population growth. These changes, some within our control, others are not, and they demand a strategic and a coordinating provincial response. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to speak again on the governance and statehood. A key policy of this government is the pursuit of federal or state system of governance. This is not about division. It is about fairness. It is about ensuring that Guadalcanal, like every other province, receive an equitable share of benefits from our natural resources. Let me be clear and very precise at this point. Our call for statehood is grounded in the spirit of mutual respect. What we call in Guadalcanal kukuni. Respect for life, land, and property is a fundamental value of our culture and constitution. Our goal is to responsibly manage our resources and guarantee that our people benefit fairly from them, and to cater for our growing future generations. We continue to support the national government's reintroduction of the Constitution Amendment Constituent Assembly Bill 2024. I commend Prime Minister Honorable Jeremiah Manele for reaffirming this national priority during a press conference in April this year. And I believe they're taking it forward as well in the coming parliaments. The next point that I would like to dwell in my speech is the electoral representation and revenue sharing scheme. We also reiterate our call to the Constituency Boundary Commission and national government to revisit the 2009 proposal for 17 new constituencies. I believe this is across the country, 3 of which was proposed for Guadalcanal. This proposal was prior to the 2019 Solomon Islands National Population and Housing Census. Guadalcanal province has a growth rate of 3.2% annually, surpassing the national population growth rate of 2.7%. The population of Guadalcanal province now is approaching 200,000. Thus, Guadalcanal's growing population and rural development demands to make this as a national imperative call. Likewise, we would like to urge the retabling of the revenue sharing scheme bill to ensure that provinces receive funding that matches their demographic and geographic realities, such as landmass, population density, poverty levels, and economic contributions to GDP. I understand that the preliminary discussions with the Ministry of Provincial Government estimates that 15% of the domestic national revenue to be used for the revenue sharing scheme. As far as Guadalcanal province is concerned, the province welcomed this proposed arrangement. I would like to bring your attention again to in my speech this morning, to the provincial headquarters and infrastructure investments. Following the relocation of our headquarters from Point Cruz to Rita 11 after the tension, we are moving ahead with the development of a new provincial headquarters at Mamara in the west side of Honiara. This site is strategically located near Honiara. It's already undergoing clearance. We have invested 1.3 million to cater for 10 hectares of unexploded ordnances, remnants of World War II. Though costly, this is an essential step. Guadalcanal province has acquired 20 hectares, and so far we are starting to develop 10 hectares. Construction of the assembly chamber and administration building is underway and is expected to be completed by 2027. I proudly state that these efforts are being financed through local revenues and the Provincial Capacity Development Fund through the Provincial Government Strengthening Program, PGSP, under the Ministry of the Provincial Government and Institutional Strengthening. There is an agriculture pack house funded by PCDF nearing its completion too. This facility will support our farmers with post-harvest handling, capacity building, and improved market access. I would like to bring your attention again in my speech this morning to the PCDF. My people of Guadalcanal, I'm glad to announce that Guadalcanal province has qualified for PCDF support 3 years in succession, or 3 years in a row. And this is optimistic to be on that track for a fourth one too. Yeah. And as you know, this is very stringent, and Guadalcanal province has passed in 3 successive years. Sometimes there are only 3 provinces that were successful. Last year, 5 provinces were successful in this PCDF. PCDF is very, like I said, it's very stringent, and it has 11 minimum conditions. To date, we have implemented 87 projects across sectors such as infrastructure, health, education, tourism, commerce, and agriculture. I thank our PCDF team. What development committees out there, thank you very much. And the MPGIS for their continuous support. Let me urge all communities to take ownership of these PCDF projects. They are ours, and they are meant to improve our lives in the rural areas. I would also sincerely at this point would like to thank the staff of the province who worked very hard for us to fulfill these 11 minimum conditions. As you have known, we also undergone some financial reforms and investments. Our local revenue has steadily increased, driven by growth in business activities around Lunga, Alligator, Henderson areas, and the revised Revenue Acts in 2023. For the fiscal year ending March 30, 2025, Guadalcanal province recorded a surplus of $2.8 million, with $1 million invested in central bank bond that will yield $40,000 annually, and this will begin in 2 years. Yeah. Further, we have passed a historic $67.3 million budget this fiscal year, the highest since 1984 when Guadalcanal became a province. I commend our Finance Minister, Honorable John Stewart, for his leadership in strengthening the fiscal discipline and the Finance and the Treasury Division, and the staff that work hard in this area as well. Additionally, we are also reviewing the Provincial Financial Management Ordinance 2018 to ensure prudent oversight of the new investments, including through the Guadalcanal Investment Corporation Limited, or GICL, what people finished last time, what I call him GDA. This time name him changed, Guadalcanal Investment Company Limited. These are priority agendas for our upcoming assembly meeting in September. At this juncture, I would like to acknowledge all genuine investors and business houses in Guadalcanal who continue to work closely with Guadalcanal provincial government. These investors are the backbone of our local revenue system. The provincial government is committed to fostering a fair and a transparent investment and a transparent environment for our investors. One that strengthens our local economy, generates employment, and supports essential services. We kindly appeal to all investors and businesses to pay our tax regularly. These contributions are critical for sustaining public services such as health, education, and infrastructure. Likewise, I would like to make a call on all unlicensed black market operators in our rural communities to obtain valid business and hawkers license. Operating without a license is a serious offense and may result in a hefty fines and legal consequences. Every business, no matter the size, has a responsibility to contribute to the development of our province. Me like repeating him more. Plan a community, you may operate in black market. If you think about seriously, you may still in province, you may. And selling for go inside for help him for you may do some developments within the province now, you may hold him back or you may steal him back for not paying the business license. Infrastructures and economic corridors, something like to talk about next. The Guadalcanal provincial government fully recognizes the transportation challenges posed by our province's vast and rugged geographical landscape. These natural constraints continue to hinder the development and the maintenance of essential road infrastructure, but particularly in remote inland communities. In response, the provincial government is committed to allocating funds for the maintenance of provincial feeder roads, while also exploring the possibility of constructing new roads. One such initiative is the possibility of constructing new road connections. One such initiative is the currently underway is the Cauca-Marau Road Project Survey, which aims to improve access and connectivity in the southern region of the province. The last financial meeting, we allocated $500,000, $500,000, for doing this assessment. Under the Integrated Economic Development and Community Resilience Program, funded by the World Bank and implemented through Provincial Capacity Development Fund, work is progressing on 3 key bridge projects. The Tavuhi Bridge, the Ruabatu Bridge number 2, and the Bokororo Stream Bridge. You will sabe place, yellow place blue you mean. I am pleased to report 3 other bridges, Ruabatu Bridge number 1, Matanga Bridge, and Babalu Bridge, have already been successfully completed, significantly improving the mobility for the surrounding communities. I also sincerely thank the Solomon Island governments in according the tax credit scheme to Gold Ridge Mining Company for the successful completion of the Tinahulu Bridge. I believe the same scheme is now used to seal the road from the main highway to the mining site. Suppose you go up Semlo, oil palm, Jipol one, go up by looking road, go up for gold mining it, this time seal him now. It's a tax scheme, credit scheme where Gold Ridge him negotiating with them, with them national government. I would like to place on record as well that the provincial government is in close collaboration with the Ministry of Communication and Aviation in working to reopen Awu Airstrip under the National Transport Plan. We are currently engaging with land-owning tribes to finalize the land extensions, with construction expected to commence by the end of this year. The reopening of Awu Airstrip will play a vital role in boosting rural development in Abu, Moli, and Talise wards, particularly in agriculture, tourism, and health services. By you appreciating that this time Solomon Airlines are operating with a big airplane, no small one where you must have used him before. So I'm needing extension area. So our airstrip, or the need for moving, go about more than 500 meters more for accommodating all the airplanes here. We also acknowledge the importance of key airstrips, such as Babanakira, Marau, Ibal Saba, close here. And we call on the respective land-owning tribes to work with the provincial government to resolve outstanding land issues. These locations have untapped economic hubs, and their reopening should be a priority for the national government as well. We firmly believe that rural areas hold immense sustainable economic potentials, and a collaborative approach is essential to unlock these opportunities for the benefit of our people. In Guadalcanal province, we got 3 airstrips, Marau, Abu, and Babanakira. Currently, everyone are closed. Me as a premier, me like to beg and appeal to everyone of the landowners for him opening back our airstrips here, for making development go to rural areas, Blue Union. Time you look around the Solomon Islands, all the other provinces, what the still now the airstrips Blue Ogadea. Yeah. But you mean because you mean land issues and Holland bike. I'm appealing that we should open up for development for go ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow citizens of Guadalcanal, me like to talk this time about the productive sectors. First time I started the fisheries. In terms of fisheries sector, the fishery divisions continue to implement key programs across Guadalcanal province with support from the Ministry of Fisheries and marine resources. Ongoing projects on aquaculture development and community-based fishery resources management to strengthen conservation and improve livelihoods. Recent initiatives include tilapia farming training in Tetekanji Ward, turtle monitoring and livelihood consultations in Bota in Moli Ward, community awareness visits from Savule to Tangarare in West Guadalcanal. These activities support the province's policy objective of establishing a network of community-managed marine areas. The division recommends increased technical training, provisions of aquaculture materials through PCDF or ward grants, and a greater budget support to strengthen coastal fisheries management and support fish farms. Something when we feel like him for him improve and we work together with them other members of parliament blue yumi too. I would like to spend some time on discussing agriculture as well. Agriculture remains the backbone of our economy, and the Guadalcanal provincial government is committed to supporting this very vital sector. Through the agriculture division, we continue to build the capacity of our farmers through targeted training programs and international learning opportunities. Notable training of trainers sessions have been conducted on climate smart agriculture, equipping local trainers with skills in participatory community vulnerability assessments and climate resilient agronomic practices. Cocoa enterprise development has also been a key focus, with training delivered to support farmers in improving both quality and production. We are proud to share that several of our agricultural officers and farmers have participated in international training programs in China. These covered key topics such as cross-border e-commerce in food circulation, agriculture industry development, poverty reduction, mechanized soil tillage methods, and Janko industry development for Pacific countries. These experiences not only build technical experiences, but also help inspire new ideas for sustainable and modern agricultural practices across Guadalcanal. I strongly encourage all cocoa and copra farmers to continue their hard work and dedication. The increase in cocoa and copra prices presents an important opportunity for improved incomes and rural livelihoods. I also urge farmers to apply for support under World Bank funded SEAT program, which provides financing and technical support to expand commercial farming activities. Plandalo, well, I'm happy to much that you will come join him here too. By you serve that SEAT program, I recommend them that you contribute in 10%. You say work together with them community below you, then other MPs and MPAs for support, for also contribute to this one as well. So be happy that some of you have come forward in doing that. The Guadalcanal provincial government is also actively exploring ways to support transportation of agricultural produce from rural Guadalcanal to Honiara markets, especially through reliable and affordable shipping services. Time will go awareness of the people who ask me for now. How? Bible expecting people to take them copra and cocoa from the boat for go Honiara, lo canoe. A big challenge here. In this regard, we sincerely thank the Minister of Agriculture and Livestock, Mal, and the West Guadalcanal agents for the proposed monthly shipping services that will benefit Dui Ward in South Guadalcanal and cover all the West Guadalcanal constituency. This is a positive step toward ensuring that our farmers can get their goods to the market in timely and cost-effective manner. And we will hope that this one become the east part of Guadalcanal as well. Lastly, I appeal to the Honiara City Council and the vendors of the central market to treat our Guadalcanal farmers with fairness and respect. These farmers contribute significantly to the food security of our capital. I call on HCC to work in partnership with the Guadalcanal provincial government to address these ongoing concerns about unfair treatment and ensure that our farmers are supported and welcome when they bring their produce to the market. And I would like to reiterate this point again, that please respect our farmers down at the Kamlo market, or to not supply food security, food for Yimilo Honyara every day. So the woman and man with the Kamlo market from rural Guadalcanal, please me ask him, Honyara City Council, which I'm also part of the executive, as an ex-officio member law, for Yimi supporting this one wholeheartedly. The Guadalcanal provincial government has made progress in promoting tourism by participating in regional events, supporting rural tour operators, and developing a new tourism destination like nature and cultural tours. It has also begun community awareness programs and is working to revive the Guadalcanal Tour Association and partner on projects such as the Bloody Reeds Peace Park. However, key challenges remain, including poor infrastructure, high transport costs, limited funding, and understaffing. These issues continue to hinder tourism growth and investment across the province. Looking ahead, the government plans to finalize tourism development plans by 2026-2027, establish a Guadalcanal Tourism Council, and strengthen partnership with stakeholders. It also calls for increased funding, better staffing, and improved access to remote areas to fully realize Guadalcanal's tourism potentials. We like to say also that Guadalcanal still houses some of the most endangered and endemic species locantribulumi, and it is still open to be explored by tourists of different categories, maybe science tourists, or people come to look the one province of offering. Ladies and gentlemen, one very important area that I would like to embark on now is education. Education is a very strategic priority, and why we hadn't finished that Guadalcanal province has signed an agreement. The current number of teachers is 180, Guadalcanal with almost 38,000 students. This means that the current teacher-student ratio is unsustainable. One teacher to every 210 students. Big too much, yeah? But as you look in, the ratio should be only one teacher is to 35 students. Only 25% of Guadalcanal population under the age of 25 is in the education system. Sorry one. Our goal is to increase this to 50% in the next 5 to 10 years. Let us build more classrooms, train more teachers, and prioritize science, technology, engineering, and mathematics education to prepare our children for the future. We are actively addressing our outstanding debt to the Solomon Islands National University. Since 2019, under the Sande government's leadership, $400,000 has been paid. And this year we have allocated $1.4 million to settle the remaining $2.2 million. So we start to pay it off. Our education division is working closely with SINU to verify the list of authorized sponsored students. I sincerely apologize to all affected students and thank you for your patience in the meantime. In the meantime, I encourage all SINU and USP students to remain committed to your education. I would like to add on to my speech on the health and the community well-being of the citizens of Guadalcanal province. In the health sector, we will be working closely with key government ministries and stakeholders to establish a Guadalcanal provincial hospital. Something you may need him too much. By looking population increase, you may need him schools and you may need him hospital. We made this appeal to a delegation from the opposition group of the Vistimifel. And me happy to tell him at this point, thank you, leader of the opposition, for taking this up into parliament. Yeah. By looking at the big provinces, Malaita province, I'm got him population big to him, got him on hospital. Western province, I'm got him big population too. the third largest province, Garam Hospital. Guadalcanal province, you heard me tell them now, the highest number of population in the country. But we are also referring to the national, National Referral Hospital. We in this government, we're looking and we are liaising with the responsible authorities for an idea, for an opportunity to have a Guadalcanal Provincial Hospital. This hospital, by help to ease the pressure on the National Referral Hospital, we have identified 5 hectares of land for this project. But you haven't finished. I'm going to talk about the Parliament Minister of Health, which is a medical doctor to himself. For any hospital to be built, you will need him at least 10 hectares of land. Yeah. We also recognize the ongoing challenge in delivering primary health care, especially in remote inland areas, and are addressing them through PCDF supported projects. Thanks to the PCDF and the World Bank IEDRC program, a rural health center has been completed in Tasiboko, benefiting over 10,000 people. We have successfully reopened 3 of the 9 closed rural health clinics and centers, many of which were shut down due to land disputes and vandalism. Efforts to secure land titles through agreement with landowners are ongoing. Mila kapil lo yumi man lo ham. Vandalism hem sort something suppose you do him lo clinic where him place for people come for save him life. Yeah. Mila ko appeal against him that please respect him clinic, respect him school, and respect him with the community infrastructures where him help for developing place blue yumi. I had the special privilege, and awesome, it's very heartening and very awesome. It touches you. Then we'll go down and reopen him again. Clinic Law, West Guadalcanal. Many people came, including other women and Pekinin. I would like to sincerely acknowledge the Global Fund, World Vision, and the National Vector-Borne Diseases Control Program for their ongoing support in the fight against malaria in Guadalcanal province. Their assistance, particularly through the distribution of long-lasting insecticide nets, has been critical in reaching our most vulnerable communities, including those in remote and landlocked areas. Malaria continues to be a major public health concern in our province, and this partnership plays an essential role in supporting national strategic plan for malaria control and elimination. Through these joint efforts, we're not only protecting lives, but also ensuring that our communities can thrive in a healthier and more secure environment. Additionally, ladies and gentlemen, I extend my deep gratitude to the international partners, the Australian government through Gavi, the World Health Organization, UNICEF, PATH, NCIRS, and the European Union for their leadership and generous support in the rollout of the human papillomavirus vaccine under the HPV vaccine Big Catch-up program. With rising cases of sexually transmitted infections and cervical cancer remain the leading cause of cancer-related deaths among women in Solomon Islands. This campaign is both timely and life-saving. By targeting girls aged from 9 to 14 years, we are making a critical investment in the long-term health of our young women and ultimately the future of our province. I strongly encourage all parents and guardians to support this program, and I urge all our young girls and women to take their health seriously. Your well-being is our shared responsibility. Me like making a special appeal to you too. You mean Guadalcanal province, you mean matrilineal society. And minimal sim, or the woman now, sim by passing on new generation blue you mean. And you must support him order for preventing order from this kind of sick, where this time becoming very common. Blue you mean the Solomon Islands. In the area of women, youth and sports, me like Selsom, I would also like to celebrate our women and young girls, leaders throughout the province. Congratulations to the newly elected executive of the Guadalcanal Provincial Council of Women. We look forward to a deeper collaboration through our Women's Desk on health, economic empowerment, and political representation. Hey, listen, come here. The temporary special measures for reserved assembly seats is a timely discussion that we welcome. Yeah. Women are the culture bedrock of our Guadalcanal, and we must be active participants in leadership. Hence something of the discussion in the past, and this government would like to take him on. Temporary special measures, meaning that some woman must come in for part law Guadalcanal Provincial Assembly. Currently, every man no more. And this would have us by giving come new spice him up government blow him in Guadalcanal province. And as Mitalan finished earlier, as you need him leadership blow him woman, because you know bedrock lo this community blow yumi as Mitalan finished we are matrilineal society. Youths, I would like to commend you. I would like to commend the Guadalcanal Youth Council, the Solomon Islands Youth Council, and Plan International Solomon Islands for their dedicated efforts in empowering our young people through the Youth and Economic Climate Action Program. The YECA program provides the space where our youth can find their voice, understand their responsibilities, and take pride in their identity as citizens of Guadalcanal and Solomon Islands. In a time of rapid social, environmental, and economic transformation, we must ensure that our young people are not left behind. Instead, they must be given every opportunity to rise, to lead, and to shape the future of our province. As a government, we are committed to work in partnership with our youth organizations to expand such opportunities. Let us continue to nurture responsible and culturally grounded innovative leaders of today's leaders who understand both the value of tradition and the demands of the changing world. At this point, at this juncture, I would also like to reiterate the point of our youths in the involvement of sports. In the area of sports, I warmly congratulate our national women's soccer team for their historic win at the Oceania Football Women's Cup 2025. Their performance has inspired the entire nation, and I especially commend the Guadalcanal female players for setting a positive example for our young girls. I also acknowledge the Guadalcanal men's soccer team in the Solomon 2025 tournament for securing the third position. Your performances were commendable, sportsmanship through the tournament. The provincial government will continue to support the Guadalcanal Football Association through our sports division. Furthermore, I encourage all primary and secondary schools in Guadalcanal to actively promote physical education and sports among the students. It was encouraging to see 4 Guadalcanal schools participating in the recent Solomon Islands Secondary School Games in Honiara. We hope to see even greater participation next year as we continue to promote youth engagements in sports across the province. We'd like encouraging you, schools and teachers and students to come forward and support and participate in organize in national sports events for him to become competitive and also make him mind blowing him connect with him other picking and other players in the country as well, rather than him just have normal school blue you mean. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to discuss some way forward before you come to the conclusion of speech blooming. My fellow Guadalcanal people, we chart the path forward for Guadalcanal province. Our vision demands action, not words, action. We must work together with unity of purpose, transparency, and shared responsibility. Our strategic priorities are as follows. First one, we would like to strengthen good governance and financial accountability. For you must do good side law, selling when come accountable for him. Make him got him confidence for people. We will continue to uphold transparent budgeting, timely audits, and robust provincial oversight. This includes finalizing the review of the Provincial Financial Management Ordinance 2018 and enhancing the capacity of our Treasury Division to manage increasing local revenues and donor of funds. We will also increase public reporting and community consultations on provincial spendings and projects. And by you hearing finish as mi talem kam mi happy for reporting that for 3 successive years, you side reporting you doing good. That's the way donors willing for give come selling order for you using. And selling of donors give come side the PCDF, him now contributing highest capital budget, the budget of the province each year. Yeah. We would like to also deepen the decentralization and empowerment and empower rural communities. We are committed to devolving decision making closer to our people. This includes providing more resources to ward development committees, piloting participatory and rural planning models, and improving the delivery of public service in hard-to-reach inland and coastal wards. Strong rural governance is essential for inclusive development. Me like we explain him pigeon. By you serve the team got him WDC. WDC and 1 million ward development committees. And now also 15% lo budget lo province each year him come from other revenue sources we will take him no we will use him lo for the WDCs. And last year for this year's budget we will allocate 15% amount to 3-point-something million. And time we will redistribute him equally 21 wards. So each ward by you got him 155,000. No, I'm not WDC for the using for allocating whatever projects the ward blotter. And not the chair of WDC is now him now or the determining projects where him come through PCDF for go down a lot of wards too. People like we expanding health and education service. We will accelerate the establishment of Guadalcanal Provincial Hospital and reopen remaining health centers where they still close it, but people like we reopen it in partnership with them, the landowners. In education, we aim to improve teacher-student ratios, down him, expand classroom infrastructure, and recruit and train more qualified teachers. We will also work to integrate climate and digital literacy in our school curriculum to prepare our youth for a fast-changing world. Communities, parents, may like to reiterate on this point again. Also, people say finish that this time you got them class 6 exams. So every beginning go to Form 1, go custom next class Form 3 about exam learn. Or the teachers reveal him that some of the principals meet this year that students do not perform well in maths and science Form 3 exams. Have minimal sim. And also teachers reporting that beginning not sabe read and not sabe write good, even at the goal of secondary schools. Hemi a sorry one. And he must improve lo him. The next something we like look forward to him is for development infrastructure. For Yimi unlock him economic opportunity in rural areas below Yimi. Strategic investments in roads, bridges, airstrips, and shipping routes will continue. Particularly the Kauka Marau Road, our airstrip, and the bridge programs under IEDRC initiatives. Our goal is to connect all wards, markets and services and opportunities. Infrastructure development will be guided by community input and environmental safeguards. Mibolo sem like him to road round him island living Guadalcanal, make him connect him with people. Protect our environment and responsibly managing our natural resources. We will adopt stronger environmental ordinances and expand support for our community-based conservation programs in partnership with the national government and NGOs. We will enhance our marine protected areas, reforest our degraded landscapes, and monitor extractive industries such as logging and mining to prevent abuse and ensure compliance. Yeah. Once you look good, this time logging finished now. And plenty of logging companies now going to mining industries. But mining also, you sabi about harvesting non-renewable resource, meaning something have no grow more. Gold and whatever minerals, it's non-renewable. And also, you may man lo home na by stop with them environmental degradation time company him leave. So important that you may make a good decision Otherwise, we'll be affected. Our future generation will be affected when the company leaves, time of the finishing mining or whatever industry they're doing in the area of Blue. People like to invest a lot of youths, women, and vulnerable groups. Through initiatives such as Youth Economic and Climate Action Program, temporary special measures, and Provincial Women's Desk, we will expand training, entrepreneurship opportunities, and political representations for underrepresented groups. We are committed to fostering an inclusive province where everyone has a voice and a stake in development. We also would like to pursue statehood, not as a political division, but as a platform for fairness and dignity. And also, Mimi Safinis, state na and one was something where Yumi Guadalcanal province, Yumi like him to us. And Yumi, but our advocacy or story about statehood is rooted in our belief that Guadalcanal must be allowed to manage its own affairs responsibly and equitably. This includes revenue sharing. That's the way, as far as the province is concerned, we are asking our national leaders to support the revenue sharing scheme, because Hemba help them back Yumi as a province. Stronger representation and the ability to retain a fair share of returns from our land and from our resources. We will continue working with national government to advance constitutional reforms that reflect our aspirations. For conclusion, I would like to say to the Honorable Prime Minister, members of Parliament, members of the Guadalcanal Province Assembly, Your Excellencies, development partners, and most importantly, to the resilient people of Guadalcanal, thank you for your continued trust and support. We salute you. As we celebrate our 41st Second Appointed Day, let us commit to a future built on resilience, unity, and hope. May God bless Guadalcanal Province. May God bless Solomon Islands. Thank you, Thomas, and happy 41st celebrations to everyone. Thank you.